Okay, this is Sonic Shocks. We're here with Away from Voivod. We're on the Deathcrusher tour. How psyched for you to be on this?
Well, I was excited months ahead. The bill is amazing, and I've run into most of these people. These people are like over the last 22 years or so. So good friends with everybody. The places are packed. It's really amazing.
Because you recently done some US dates with Napalm Death as well, who are here also. Yeah. So is this just an extension of that? Is that something that you talked about at the time?
We early this year we went across USA and Canada with Napalm Death, a very successful tour as well. And Jeff from Carcass asked if we were available to do this thing. We were really excited, and here we are now. It's just the start of the tour. It's been amazing already.
Yeah. But it's great to have you back in the UK. Obviously, in recent years we've been used to you coming as a headline act, but now we're a lovely old venue like the Forum. And how does it feel to be part of a travelling sort of like, you know, quartet of bands playing as opposed to your own headline set? Does it take the pressure off a little bit?
Yeah, in the sense that we play 40 minutes instead of like 90 minutes, so there's less pressure there, and the fun part is we are exposed to a lot more people than if we were headlining. So many people are discovering us, and we've had very good comments so far, and good merch sales.
That's the main thing.
Yeah,
it does strike me as a really sort of like old school kind of thing. Is it like that backstage as well, like touring, sharing buses, sharing drum kits, or like that kind of thing? Is there a lot of that going on?
Yeah, we are like 3 bands and crew in one bus, and 24 people or so, and we share the back line and the crew, and we did the same with Napalm Death. Early this year we shared the bus, gear, and crew. We saved a lot of money this way. It's old school.
Right.
Yeah.
You've just recently released a split single as well with Napalm as well.
Yeah.
And this is probably the second in the series. You did one with At the Gates as well.
Yes.
Can you tell me a bit about the thinking of doing split singles as opposed to a new record at the moment?
Well, we have quite a heavy touring schedule, and we thought that in between tours we would record singles, so it's we can release 7-inch vinyls both online and at the merch booth, and we also have an EP coming out early next year for a US tour with Vector.
Right.
And eventually we're gonna combine everything plus more songs and release a LP, and next year we're gonna come back to Europe for the festivals, and then in the fall we're gonna come back as headliners, and hopefully with a new album.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. And since the last album, Target Earth, there's been a lineup change. You've got the new bassist Rocky in, and you've thrown him right into the deep end with plenty of touring. How's he been enjoying life on the road with you guys?
Oh, Rocky, he really fits in. I'm a friend since childhood with Snake, and Rocky is a friend since childhood with Chewy. It's a very good team. It's quite a great lineup, super tight. It makes me play better.
Right.
Yeah.
When it actually comes to new material, a lot of bands, obviously, since you guys started, the way a lot of bands write has changed over the years with file sharing and bits and pieces. Is that something that you guys embrace, or is there nothing like the four of you just getting into a room and jamming? Is that the way you prefer to write new stuff when you're all actually together?
We like to improvise, and we record everything at our studio, and then we listen to bits that we pick bits that are really interesting to us, and Chewy, the guitar player, is pretty much the one who rearranges everything into songs.
Right.
We always work like that with Voivod, even in the Piggy days.
I was also wanting to know, I was really curious, I mean, your albums are so progressive, they seem to sort of like, you know, move on a great deal from the last work. Do you listen to your old work to make sure there's some sort of continuity with the new stuff, or is the new stuff purely where you are at the present time?
It's really what we want to play now. What we write is what we want to play at this specific time. It was the same when, let's say, when Herod came out. In '91, it had nothing to do with anything going on back then, but it's really what we wanted to do, and we don't overthink it that much, like what's going on right now in terms of fashion in the music and stuff. We just do our own thing in a sort of parallel dimension, but it connects with a lot of people, and I would say over the past 10 years we've been on an uphill slope. It's great that because there are lots of kids who like thrash metal nowadays, and they wear the patches, Creator, Destruction, Voivod and stuff. They try as much as they can to look like we did back then, and it's really great all over the world. Yeah.
Brilliant. I remember I was talking to a friend of mine before doing this interview, and he was reminding me the first time we saw you guys when you first come out with Possessed.
Yes.
Back in '86 at the
With Electric Ballroom.
Yeah. Can you share any memories that you've got of that time? So it's a long time ago now.
Well, it was with English Dogs, which were a favorite of mine, and also we met Broken Bones at that show.
Really?
And made many friends, and it was really, really awesome. There was a minor problem with the fact that we couldn't make a lot of noise. If you would make too much noise over a certain a number of dBs, the PA would shut off, and during the sound check the PA was not on, but just the stage instrument and amplifiers shut the thing off. Yeah, and so we had to play like a very low volume. They actually had like a system where you could see from the stage a yellow, like green, yellow, and red light, and when it got to the red one, it's over.
So I'm sure it went to red quite a few times.
Yeah, during sound check it did, and then we ended up turning down the amplifiers and everything, and so I remember that gig was like at a low volume, but total madness in terms of crowd surfing, and really amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
Moving slightly away from Voivod, I wanted to talk about your artwork. The last time we spoke, you were talking about the possibility of another book. I know you've got the one book out.
Yeah.
Is that something that is likely to happen?
Yeah.
In the works?
It's a book about the art I do on the road.
Uh-huh.
So every town I'm doing one drawing. And so I'm gonna compile everything. I'm working with Spider Press again, who published my first book.
Yeah.
And I'm also working on another book with Phil Anselmo.
Right.
And that's in the near future, I would say. So it's a lot of work, of course. But there are a couple of books I'm working on that are eventually gonna pop at the merch booth and online.
And of course, more Voivod artwork as well.
Oh yeah, of course.
You still see that as an ongoing progression as well as the music.
Yeah, I've done the art for the split with at the gate, and I've done the art for the split with Napalm. I'm working on the art right now for the EP. For the Vector tour in USA. I have a deadline right now from Century Media, so I actually brought my Wacom tablet and digital pen with me to because I mean we play 40 minutes, and I have the whole day to do my stuff, and it's fun.
Do you prefer keeping busy that way on tour as opposed to having lots of time on your hands? Does it make it easier being away from home when you've got stuff to do?
I have lots of stuff to do, and I do keep busy, but I try to sleep as much as I can to make sure that I don't lack energy on stage. But I keep busy, and we all do. We write songs. On the bus and backstage with a small recording device. So most of the releases we did lately have been written on the road.
Okay.
Yep.
That's brilliant. Well, it sounds like you're keeping nice and busy. Just give you a last couple of minutes to any messages you got for any UK fans that might be seeing this.
Oh yeah. I mean, last time we played in London this summer, we were like welcomed as heroes. We will remember forever. We will remember it, and I'm sure tonight's gonna be like similar in terms of vibe and everything.
So you're having a good time. Life's good at the moment.
Oh yeah. It's a very we are at a very good place right now, Voivod. Yeah.
Good. That's good to hear. Okay. Well, listen. Thanks very much for your time, and all we can do is just wish you all the best for tonight's show.
Thank you very much.
Great stuff. Thanks very much for your time, Michael.